Record. Okay. Can you hear me? I got a new little. I don't know what's going to happen. I can't even do this. Can't even do it. Oh, Lord. Is it working? I don't know. Do I know how to do it? I'm not tech savvy. Jesus, at all. Can't even. Okay. Yeah, I got a Summerween shirt off Amazon. And, it's pretty. In August, we are closing out our Summerween. And I hope you can hear me. Because there's a green light. And then there's a green light on the little doodad. Anyway, hi. How you doing? Welcome back. This is Amy. Welcome to Book Talk. If you're new, welcome to. Here we are. I got my drink. So I got a little late start today. It's Thursday. This might go up Friday. I don't know, because I still got to deal with editing that I'm still not familiar with. Good on you, mate. I got my Starbucks refresher. Mango dragon fruit. No advertisement. Just plain old simple shopping on my part. Yeah, this is kind of bothering me. Let's move it over. Let's move it over. I am one of those people. That's gonna go well. That's not working either. This is more difficult than I thought it was gonna be. Okay, we're just staying there. Hi, how you doing? Welcome back. Alrighty, it's getting hot. Even though it's a cooler day, we're done with our heat wave. I hope to God. I do. We've been in the 100 pluses. It didn't get as hot as it said. Thank you, Jesus. And I got problems with my shirt. And so now we're in the low 90s to high 80s. Some of you think that's bad, but really, if you had 100, 3, 4, 5s for a couple of weeks, anything over 100 for a couple of weeks is miserable. Anyway, here we are. I was going to do my book reviews today, but I thought, no, let's do something a little bit more fun. Not that the book reviews aren't fun, but I hope you can hear me because I really don't want to do this again. I have a book haul. I got some more books the other day at Goodwill. You got 8 books? Yeah. 8 books. I doubted myself. And yeah, I thought that'd be more fun. Plus, I got some books from the library. Borrowed, not bought. And we'll do a short reading update, what I'm reading right now. I think I finished all my summer slasher, Summerween books I was going to read. Or I just finished. So we're moving on to my August TBR. That's going well. I already finished one that I had on the TBR. So yeah. So today we're just going to do a book haul. Hopefully this video works out. You can hear me because this is really weird. But I seen these little fancy little doodads. This is a furry one. Which I don't even know what it means, why they have furry ones. But other people have them and they seem to work out fine. So only thing is I was going to try to adapt it to my computer so I could record on the computer. But apparently this little mini USB port thingy that's plugged into my tablet, it's a mini USB. It's a tiny one. So I have to get an adapter because I have a USB extender thing and it has a bunch of USBs in it. Well, they're all the regular size USBs. So this one is a teeny tiny. And so I got to get the teeny tiny end to plug that in to plug in to the regular end. This technical jib jab stuff is just it's not my thing. Anyway, so I got 1 second. Oops, we're falling. Okay, hopefully this works out. Yeah, here we are. So let's get right into the book haul. I hope this is not awkward. Oh, I do have. Oh, look here. I got this. It's a pillow cover. It's not the whole pillow. I got it off Temu. I bought some stuff off Temu. If you know, you know. If you don't, just Google Temu. Um, but I got this pillow cover, and it fit perfectly on this pillow that I already had. So I thought that was so cute. Okay, yeah, that's enough shows and tells. Right, my shirt, my pillow cover. Now we're gonna get into the books I bought. We'll do the library books at the end because one I already had and I was going to take it back, but then I decided to keep it because I couldn't. I think one or two others I found on Kindle Unlimited that I could read for free with a Kindle. If you have the Kindle Unlimited membership, you can read. Some things are you can read for free. Anyway, so the book haul. Went to Goodwill, charity shop. Don't know what Goodwill is. I'm thirsty. And I found some good deals. I mean, it's always a good deal at Goodwill. Usually I don't pay more than $1.99. Sometimes $2.99 for a book. That's usually a hardback. But most paperbacks are $1.99. So you can't go wrong. Because if you don't like it or you change your mind, you can just donate it to the library. They have library a used book sale or donate it back to Goodwill. So you're not out a lot of money. So the first one I got, because I'm on this Harlan Coben kick, right? But the kick I'm on right now specifically is on Netflix, his adapted series from his books. So I haven't actually read Harlan Coben yet, but I'm really liking the adaptations on Netflix. So in my head, I'm thinking, yeah, I'm really going to like his books. So I keep buying his books. So I have about, what do I got? I got, I have 4. So this would be the 5th Harlan Coben one I got. And this is Don't Let Go. Okay. Yeah, again, haven't read any of his books yet. I'm making plans. He probably has 15,000 books and I'm not going to get to them quickly. Oh Lord, that's the list. Yeah, that's, I'm not even going to count them. So these books that I have, my stack of, my book haul, I didn't really, some of them I have seen from other booktubers. They've went around booktube and stuff. So I've known about some of them. And then there's a couple I didn't know about the book specifically. I don't remember seeing it going around booktube or hearing about it, but the authors are popular authors. So I got those. So I'm pretty much really happy with the haul I got. I mean, I'm always happy with a book haul. How can you not be? So yeah. So, and even though I've seen them on booktube, I kind of don't remember what they were about mostly. I knew of the authors, so I knew, and the covers of the books. So I think I only scanned a couple of them to read the back, but I wanted to be fresh and new for both of us. The reaction of, wow, that's really great, or oh my God, that was a bad buy. But yeah. So this Harlan Coben, Don't Let Go, is it costs $1.99. I got my fancy glasses on, my fancy expensive ones. They're like bifocal. I think that's the word because I'm old now. And sometimes I don't think they made these right because sometimes I have to push them up to see what I want to see reading wise. And yeah, I think they screwed up on making these, but they cost so much money. I'm just like, suck it up. I don't wear them all the time because I'm afraid to break them. Anyway, so this one is about, we're going to read it together. I think I scanned this one. Okay. Funny thing about Harlan Coben is, so far, what I've watched on Netflix, I think the ones that I've seen have been set in England. So they usually have English actors. Well, they have English accents. And and so they're in England. But I think his books are usually set in the U.S. He's a American author. Pretty sure. I mean, it could be Canadian. I don't know. He has an American accent, I guess. I'll tell you here in just a minute. He is international bestseller, 30 novels. Doesn't say where he's from. I'm assuming his books are in America, and he's going to be from the U.S. Whatever. Moving on. It says suburban New Jersey detective Napoleon Knapp Dumas. I'm going to say Dumas, but it's spelled like Alexander Dumas, the French writer. So, and being his name is Napoleon, I'm going to say he's of French descent. I am making shit up because I don't know. That doesn't say it here. That makes sense to me. But I'm going to say Dumas, even though it's probably Dumas. I haven't listened to audio, so I don't know how to properly pronounce his name. Doesn't matter. Let's move on. Say, it hasn't been the same since the senior year of high school when his twin brother... I can't do these glasses. I'm sorry. This is like... I can use those walking around, driving, but... Oh my God, that's better. Pink. We're back. Okay. When his twin brother Leo and Leo's girlfriend Diana were found dead on the railroad tracks, and Maura, the girl Knapp considered the love of his life, broke up with him and disappeared without explanation for 15 years, Knapp has been searching both for Maura and for the real reason behind his brother's death. And now it looks as though he may finally find what he's been looking for. When Maura's fingerprints turn up on the rental car of a suspected murderer, Knapp embarks on a quest for answers that only leads to more questions about the woman he loved, about the childhood friends he thought he knew, about the abandoned military base near where he grew up, and mostly about Leo and Diana, whose deaths are darker and far more sinister than Knapp ever dared imagine. That's why I like Harlan Coben. I'm sure we could be BFFs if we chose to meet. But yeah, ready for that one. I always have a problem putting books in places. Okay, I'm sorry for seeing my arms. The next one is, I've heard of this, I want to say a few years ago, or I think it's a series. This came out in 2021. This is, oh man, this book, this is a floppy, like the best, like if your goal as a publisher is to have this type of book, a paperback, it's smooth and it's floppy. I mean, it's just, you can bend it and there's no creases. Okay, enough of the oodling and awing over the actual feel of the book. This one is by Mia P. I'm trying to figure out how to pronounce this last name. Manansala, Mia P. Manansala. It's arsenic and adobo. Yeah, I can't pronounce that last name. Anyway, there it is. Yeah, this is slick. I like the feel of it. Like I said, you can go like this. There's no creases. And it's like brand new because there's no, I mean, everything's great. I mean, it just goes like that. It just, look at that. Look at that. Look. If other people are book obsessed, you know what I'm talking about. I mean, you could actually fold it up and put it in your pocket and it's not going to do any damage. That is okay, publishers, this is the goal. This is the goal for a paperback. Like floppy like a flying bird. Okay? Anyway, I like the color of this book. I like the cover, and it's got a little dog. And even if I don't like this book, I'm keeping it because really that and the way it feels and the color, it's a keeper. I hope I like it. But this is like a cozy, I think these are kind of like a more of a cozy like mystery. And I thought there was another one in the, by this person. maybe not. It says a Tita Rosie's Kitchen Mystery. So I'm going to assume there's another one before or after. I don't know. But Mia is a writer and book coach. What's a book coach? I want that job. From Chicago. Well, in Chicago. I'm a Chicago fan. Bears, Cubs. Who loves books, baking, and badass women. Oh, she's a good one. She uses humor and murder to explore aspects of. She's okay. I wasn't sure if she was Mexican or Filipino. She's Filipino diaspora. She explores the aspects of the Filipino diaspora, queerness, and her millennial love for pop culture. Lover of all things geeky. Yeah, we're gonna be BFFs too. Except I think she plays some kind of something. It's a video game. I don't know. I don't know anything about it. Okay, so yeah, I don't know how many. I don't know if this is a series. Anyway, this is about when Lila. I can't pronounce these names. Masapago moves back home to recover from a horrible breakup. Her life seems to be following all the typical rom-com tropes. She's tasked with saving her Tia Rosie's failing restaurant, and she has to deal with a group of matchmaking aunties who shower her with love and judgment. But when a notoriously nasty food critic, who happens to be her ex-boyfriend, this is not going to go well, drops dead. Well, maybe he did drop dead. Moments after a confrontation with Lila, her life quickly swerves from a Nora Ephron romp to an Agatha Christie case, with the cops treating her like she's the one and only suspect, and the shady landlord looking to finally kick out the Masapago family kicking out the family and resell the storefront. Lila's left with no choice but to conduct her own investigation. Armed with a nosy anti-network, her barista best bud, and her trusted duckhound, Longanissa. Man, I'm going to have a tough time reading this book. I'm telling you right now. Lila takes on the tasty, twisted case and soon finds her own neck on the chopping block. Okay, I'm there for it. I'm probably not going to be able to pronounce half the words. I probably should find this on audio if I can. But anyway, yeah, it's a good floppy book. It sounds like it's going to be an easy, cozy mystery read. Oh, there's a recipe in the back. And acknowledgments. Okay, let's look at that. There's no pictures. I don't know about that. There is a recipe of Lila's ube crinkle recipe. Is those the cookies? Oh, it is. There's a cookie recipe with ube. It's a sweet potato. Oh, that's cool. Okay. Derek's Salabat spiced banana bread. These look all like cozy fall recipes here. Lola Floors. Can't pronounce it. But it has coconut jam. Chicken adobo. I don't know if I like adobo. I don't think I'm an adobo fan. Anyway, that's that. I think I spent way too long on that. But anywho, moving on. So this one I know has been going around BookTube. I think I've still seen it pop up every now and then too. Because I don't know. This was from, is it that recent? 2024. It's a little older. But this is Listen for the Lie by Amy Tintera. And first of all, the name Amy with a Y. I mean, I'm not against people, who are named Amy that don't have the Y and they have like an I or IE or EE, however way you want to do it. That's great. Your name's Amy. You're great. I just prefer the Y for personal reasons. But yeah, there's Amy. I think we're going to get along great. I've heard good things about this book, by the way. So this one is Lucy and Savvy. Savvy. We're going to do it fancy and say Savvy. It's probably not how you pronounce it. Well, first of all, it says, what if you thought you murdered your best friend? And if everyone else thought so too? And if everyone else thought so too? And what if the truth doesn't matter? Oh my God, I'm thirsty. Okay, we're going to go with a fancy name. Lucy and Savvy were the golden girls of their small Texas town. Oh, I think she's from Texas. She's raised in Austin, Texas. Yeah. Okay. Pretty smart and enviable. Lucy married a dreamy guy with a big ring and an even bigger new home. Savvy was a social butterfly loved by all, and if you believe the rumors, especially popular with the men in town. But after Lucy is found wandering the street covered in her best friend Savvy's blood, everyone thinks she's a murderer. It's been years since the horrible night, and a night Lucy can't remember anything about, and she has since moved to LA to start her new life. But now the phenomenally huge hit true crime podcast, Listen for the Lie, and its two good-looking hosts, Ben Owens, and it's two, not two, number two, but Ben Owens, have decided to investigate Savvy's murder for the show's second season. Lucy is forced to return to the place she vowed never to set foot in again to solve her friend's murder, even if she is the one who did it. The truth is out there if we just listen. God, I hope you can listen to me. Yeah. So she's from Texas, the writer, and she frequently sets her novels in the Lone Star State, Texas, but she lives in LA. Yeah, that's going to be good. I hope. I've heard good things about it. This one, I've heard good things about this one too. I haven't read anything from Amy Tintera, and I haven't read anything from this author or that Mia chick. Or Harlan Coben. So far, I haven't read any of these authors. This is The Perfect Marriage by Geneva Rose. Okay. And this one is, I don't remember what this is about. I've seen it on booktubers going around. And this is from 2020. Yeah. This is Sarah Morgan is a successful and powerful defense attorney in Washington, D.C. As a named partner in her firm, life is going exactly how she planned. The same cannot be said for her husband, Adam. He is a struggling writer who has had little success in his career. Oh, my nose itches. And, and he tires of his and Sarah's relationship. Okay, let's read that again. He's a struggling writer who has had little success in his career, and he tires of his and Sarah's relationship as she is constantly working. Out in the secluded woods at the couple's lake house, Adam engages in a passionate affair with Kelly Summers. Oh my God. But one morning, everything changes. Kelly is found brutally stabbed to death, and now Sarah must take on her hardest case yet, defending her own husband, a man accused of murdering his mistress. Oh my God, would you do that? I don't know if I could do that. I mean, he's having an affair, and he's accused of murdering her, and it's your husband. Would you want to be the lawyer? Oh God, I don't know. This is going to be. I don't know that I would do that. I mean, buddy, you gotta find your own lawyer, because yeah. Wow. Okay. Like I said, I couldn't remember what this is about, but that sounds fantastic, and good luck to her, because I don't know, Sarah. I don't think I'd do that. It's not that big a book either. That's a whopper right there. And this one is more of a fun one. This one I seen going around a few years ago. I first heard of this, and I was going to read it, had it at the library, and then I knew I was going to get to it, so I put it back, and I thought this is one I definitely want to read at some point. So I seen it at Goodwill, and I grabbed it up. And this writer, I haven't read any of his, and he has a couple other books. But this is The Guncle by Stephen Rowley. Rowley? The Guncle? Gay Uncle? I think it's the Gay Fun Uncle. I think that's what it is. But yeah, this one looks fun. I'm hoping it's a laughter one because it'll be a good palate cleanser. And this one also is like I'm saying, Arsenic and Adobo cover book is better, but this is similar. This is along the goal lines of publishing here. The floppiness, yeah, and bendable, and it's smooth. Okay, I have texture issues with books. I guess I don't know. Um, I got issues. Just ask my mama. Please, no, please don't. But anyway, this is about Patrick O'Hara is a bit out of his league. Patrick, or gay Uncle Patrick, Gup for short, has always loved his niece Maisie and nephew Grant. That is, he loves spending time with them when they come out to Palm Springs for weekend visits or when he heads home to Connecticut for the holidays. So when tragedy strikes and Patrick finds himself suddenly taking the role of primary guardian, he is honestly overwhelmed. Oh my God, he doesn't know how to. This is going to be hilarious because he's probably he has knows nothing about kids, I bet, and he doesn't know how to take care. It's going to be like I feel like this is like an Uncle Buck situation. If you know, you know. Um, so Patrick has no idea what to expect, having spent years barely holding on after the loss of his great love, a somewhat stalled acting career, and a lifestyle not so suited to a 6 and 9-year-old, but when his waggish set of Guncle rules no longer appease Maisie and Grant's parental void. That doesn't make sense. But when his waggish set of Guncle rules no longer appease Maisie and Grant's parental void, Patrick's eyes are open to a new sense of responsibility and the realization that sometimes even being larger than life means you are unfailingly human. So I think it's going to be a fun read. I mean, apparently something bad happens. Probably the parents die. That's not fun. But him learning how to take care of these kids is probably going to be a hoot. But yeah, that looks fun. I like the color, and it's still a summery read. That looks like a swimming pool. And there's a dog apparently, and the little girl likes to read books, and he's drinking martinis. So I mean, if you got kids that age, probably need to drink some martinis. I don't have kids, so wouldn't know. I would be the clueless aunt. Okay, and this one is I just read one of this author's a few months ago, and I liked it. And I thought I had a couple of hers, so I was looking at my bookshelves, and I realized I don't have as many as I thought I did. I have another one of hers that I haven't read, but this is The End of Her by Sherry Lapina, and yeah, so far I read I don't know what I read a few months ago. It was about parents, um, like they had grown kids, parents who were murdered, um, like the night of like Easter dinner or something like that. And so the three kids were the suspects. Yeah, so that's the one I read, and I actually I had the book and I listened to it on audio too. So this one looks interesting. I do have The Couple Next Door, so Not a Happy Family. That's what I read. It says right here. It says a new novel by Sherry Lapina, Not a Happy Family. That's what I read. And this was a Target copy because I know how a lot of people out there hate these stickers. I don't really care. But there's a thing in here. It says, did she sign it? No. Maybe. Does that look like her signature? Anybody got a signature from Sherry Lapina before? It says, Dear Target guests, I can't wait for you to get started. Okay, maybe she did. How about that? I have a sign. I don't know how real a sign that might be. Is it really signed or is it just a copy? Hell if I know. Yeah, Not a Happy Family, and I have The Couple Next Door. That's why I had A Stranger in the House. Who knows? Anyway, this is from 2020, it looks like. Okay. It says, when I first seen this on the back, I thought of Star Wars because I said a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. But it actually says a long ago accident. But when I first looked at that, I swear in my head it went a long time ago in a galaxy. Okay. If you're not a Star Wars fan, it's not gonna be funny. And a visitor from out of the blue. A long ago accident and a visitor out of the blue. Stephanie and Patrick. Boy, that's Patrick. That was the name of the gunkle, huh? Stephanie and Patrick are adjusting to life with their colicky twin girls. The babies are a handful, but even as Stephanie struggles with the disorientation of sleep deprivation, there's one thing she's sure of. She has all she ever wanted. Then Erica, a woman from Patrick's past, appears and makes a disturbing accusation. Patrick had always said his first wife's death was an accident, but now Erica claims it was murder. I'm sad. I need more drink. Patrick insists he's innocent, that this is nothing but a blackmail attempt. Still, Erica knows things about Patrick, things that make Stephanie begin to question her husband. Stephanie isn't sure what or who to believe. As Stephanie's trust in Patrick begins to falter, Patrick stands to lose everything. Is Patrick telling the truth? Is Erica the persuasive liar Patrick says she is? Or has Stephanie made a terrible mistake? How will it end? The end of her. Ooh, that's interesting. Okay, 2 more. And this one, okay, so this is a Target one too. Is it signed? Probably not. No. This one, I've heard of this author. Okay, I know who this author is. I've read one of her books. And this author, I get mixed up because I think I have a lot of her books, right? But I don't. Because this author, Lisa Jewell, I've read one book, and it was called Watching You. Watching You. I think that's the one I read. Okay, I liked it. It wasn't a 5-star, but I liked it. And this is called The Night She Disappeared. Okay, so we'll just tell you that right now. So, I get mixed up with Lisa Jewell because I think I have a lot of her books, but in reality, I don't. I think I just have Watching You. And I say this because on my bookshelf, I have other authors that are named Lisa also. Okay. So I'm always getting confused because I have multiple different Lisas. So there's Lisa Jewell, Lisa Gardner, and I think it's Scottline is Lisa Scottline. And I think I have another Lisa now. At least I think I just bought another Lisa. So I think there's at least, Lisa Regan, and that is on my TBR. So I have at least 4 different Lisa authors that I don't know how many books of each Lisa I have. And I am always thinking I have a ton of Lisa Jewels, but I don't. I have 4 Lisas that are writers. And yeah, say I get a little confused on it. So Lisa is very confusing to me because I've thought I've read a lot, but I haven't. So I got this one because I knew I'm pretty sure I didn't have it, which I don't. And this is about, and she just has a new one that came out. I don't know what it's called. She was at that Harrogate Crime Book Fest in the UK. It was in York. That's on my bucket list. If you don't know, then you got to Google it. There's some other booktubers that went and they filmed it, and it looks like great, and you just have a fun time. And so Lisa was there, and I think she was the moderator or I don't know what she did. She was there along with a bunch of other authors. But this is from getting sidetracked. Yeah, she's written a lot. This is from 2021. It looks like paperback 2022. Okay. So this is about, I haven't read about this one, so I have no idea. It's a beautiful summer night in a charming English suburb when 19-year-old Tallulah and Zach disappear after partying at the massive country estate of a new college friend. 1 year after the case runs cold, a writer moves into the cottage on the edge of the woods that borders the same estate where the couple disappeared. Known locally as the Dark Place, the dense forest is her favorite area for long walks, and it's on one such stroll that she stumbles upon a mysterious note that simply reads, "Dig here." Like dig, dig. I would be like, okay, I don't have anything to dig with, but could this be a clue to the young couple's disappearance? And what exactly is buried in this haunted ground? With her signature rich, dark, and intricately twisted prose, Lisa Jewell has crafted another dazzling work of suspense, and that will keep you on your edge of your seats until the final page. Okay. Would you dig if you seen a note? I probably would come back. I would have to go get a shovel. I don't think I'd get on my hands and knees and do it, depending on how hard the ground is, too. Would you do that? Would you just call the cops? Curiosity would get me. I'd have to dig. Then I'd be shitting my pants if I dug up a dead body. But anyway, last book. I've heard of this author. I haven't read this author. Actually, are all those? No, I read Lisa Jewell. Everything else, I haven't read any of those authors. And this one I haven't read. I've heard of some other books of his that people read that they really liked. This is Little Heaven by Nick Cutter. So I guess he's a deep, dark thriller horror writer. And this one so I haven't read any of it. This is a bigger book too. Oh, and it has pictures in here. Like ink drawn. Well, that's going to be fun. And this is like 486 pages. So this one is a trio of mismatched mercenaries, Micah, Minerva, and Ebenezer, colloquially known as the Englishman, is hired by young Ellen Belhaven for a deceptively simple task: check in on her nephew, who may have been taken against his will to a remote New Mexico backwoods settlement called Little Heaven, where a clandestine religious cult holds sway. But shortly after they arrive, things begin to turn ominous. There are stirrings in the woods and over the treetops, and above all else, the brooding shape of a monolith known as Black Rock casts its terrible pall. Paranoia and distrust soon grip the settlement. Escape routes are gradually cut off as events spiral towards madness. Hell, or the closest thing to it, invades Little Heaven. All present here are now forced to take a stand and fight back. But whatever has set its dark eye on Little Heaven is marshaling its powers, and it wants them all. Sorry, I read that really slow. Because I was like, okay. Obviously, I didn't read that ahead of time. But, yeah. So that's that. So that's the book haul. That is the books I got. I think they're all a fantastic buy. Fantastical. Oh, let's lift this up. And I hope they're all good reads. All right. So that part is a book haul. This is a little things I picked up from the library I borrowed. Currently reading Fabulous Bodies by Chuck Tingle. It's his new one. Just came out. It's a very short book. I'm not very far in. I'm like on page 9. So it's going okay. I'm hoping I really like it. The last 2 summers I read his last 2 books. It was Lucky Day was last year, and the one before that was Bury Your Gaze, and I really like both of them, so I have high hopes for that. And I got these next two I want to read in September. I'm not sure. They're not very big books. They're small books. Actually, this is Interview with a Vampire by Anne Rice. I've never read it. I watched the movie like a long time ago. But I thought this book would be very large. I don't know why. It's not. It's only, and I think Anne died. So, it's 340 pages. But I wanted to read this in September for fall season. That's why I got that one. And if you don't know what it's about a vampire. And this one I got from I watched a booktuber not long ago, and so I checked to see if my library had it, and they did actually. They had it at the actual library. And so this is a series. It's a Leilani Santiago Hawaii mystery, and means I lived on the Big Island for a couple years. I went to school there, college. I thought, wow, this is going to be very interesting. I want to read this. I don't remember who I seen it from though. But Naomi, it's An Eternal Lay by Naomi Hirahara. And I'm like, I'm here for it. It is not that long. It's 192 pages. I'm trying to see where she is also. She Stanford University alumna, lives in Pasadena. Okay. I'm assuming that she knows something about Hawaii. It says it's the middle of the pandemic and Hawaii has been virtually closed to tourists. So when Leilani Santiago and her younger sister save a mysterious woman wearing an unusual lei from drowning in Waimea Bay in Kauai, questions abound. Who is she and where did she come from? Leilani suddenly finds herself in the middle of a murder investigation when the lei is traced back to her best friend, the very pregnant Courtney Kahuakai, and her family's flower business. While the woman is in a medically induced coma at the local hospital, Leilani sets out to discover her identity and her connection to the island. She is drawn deeper into the mystery, only to stumble onto secrets that prove deadly. When Leilani's investigation puts her family in danger, her survival and the safety of those dearest to her will depend on her sense of ingenuity and the strength of the island community. So I think this is a series, and I think this is the second one. I just went right for the second one, and yeah, I don't know. It looks brand new. What year is this from? I never heard of this author or this series until I seen it on this from this booktuber. That I can't remember who I watched. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, the other one is Iced in Paradise, in the Leilani Santiago Hawaii mystery, and Naomi has other historical mystery, Leilani Santiago Hawaii mysteries, Officer Ellie Rush mysteries, Moss Araya mysteries. Anyway, it's a short read that should be fun. It's kind of I kind of think this is a mystery, like maybe a, I don't know, cozy mystery or Agatha Christie mystery type thing. Oh, what's in the back? Oh, that's neat. Okay, Pigeon, Hawaiian Creole, and location names. Oh, so they have some. If you're not familiar with Hawaii, it has some things in the back. Select Pigeon. So Pigeon is I don't know how to explain it. Google it. Hawaiian and Japanese words. Not a complete list. Aina, This is Hawaiian, and yeah. So it has like an index definition of some words here in Hawaiian and Japanese. I'm going to assume she's of Hawaiian or Japanese descent. Oh, it's quite a few pages. Okay. I know some of these words. I mean, yeah, I know. So if you say slipper, like a shoe, like a slipper, flip-flop, sandal, slipper, they say. So pigeon would be slipper, slipper. Go get your slipper. Slipper, slipper. Anyway, little fun fact. If you know, you know. Anyway, that's interesting. Sorry, sidetracked on this book here. Oh, I might want to read more of this author. She has very interesting collection of books she's written. And this one, I have had it before. I've got it from the library a while ago, and I keep renewing it. And I was going to turn it back in, but I didn't, and I kept it just in case, because I was going to see if I could get it like an ebook on Kindle or the Libby app without having to buy it. And I couldn't find it. You can get it through Kindle, but it costs. You can't read it for free. It's not in the Kindle right now. And I read her other book this last month. It's Sean Gilbert, and this is I Did Warn Her. And because I did like the one I read, she started it. I wanted to read this one. This one looks like it takes place on a yacht, a luxurious yacht, a gorgeous crew with secrets and rivalries and murder. I Did Warn Her is a cunning locked room mystery set in a billionaire's yacht by the author of last year's sensation. She started it, and this is and I really like She Started It. This is, and that will be in my book reviews when I do them, probably near the end of the month. 2025. So this came out last year. So it's newer than I thought. Anyway, so I'm hoping I like this one. So that is my library books, library haul. What I'm reading now. Okay. And this is the end of our session. It's went on longer than it should have. Longer than it should have. Okay, well, thanks for coming by. Hope you enjoyed the book haul. If I'm lucky, I can get a book. I can do a book haul every month, but I have to figure out where to put the books and when I can get time to read them. Anyway, so I don't know what's next up. I know I have to do my book reviews. I'm already adding books I want to read to my September TBR, but I think I'm still going to do the TBR prompt jar. So I'll have there's a couple of books I have listed that I want to read in September that I'm going to put on the list, a permanent one. And then the others, I'll see if I can use the TBR prompts to around them. Anyway, it's already August 13th, and I don't know what happened because I thought a few days ago it was August 1st, and now we're August 13th. So some time warp continuum thing has happened. And I don't know how we got here, but we're here. We're here, and we'll be back. Thanks for coming by. Have a good weekend. Stay cool.